Yeah. So today we are talking about something called TSQL, which stands for Transact SQL. So which is nothing but database programming. So SQL is nothing but structured query language. SQL Server is a uh, database management system or relational database management system of Microsoft, in which we have two parts. The first part is SQL, where we have been working with queries, like we are writing insert, update, delete all DML commands, select query, joins. So these are all comes under SQL part, which is the first part of SQL Server. Coming to the second part, which comes under database programming, which is called as Transact SQL, Transact SQL, which is nothing but TSQL, which is a second part, which is nothing but programming of database. Actually, there are two types of programming, right? One is something called logical programming, guys. So what is logical programming? Like C language, C++, Java, C sharp, Python. So these are all said to be what type of language programming? Logical programming. What is meant by logical programming? You can take input, you can calculate any kind of logic, and finally you can display the output. You can do anything and everything in logical programming. So you can develop any type of application using logical programming languages like C, C++, Java, C Sharp, Python. Of course, every language has its own pros and cons and purpose. There is no rule that you have to use. You can use any language. There is no such situation. C, C++ purely meant for system programming, and Java, C Sharp, Python you can combine. Like you can say you can develop C Sharp and Java meant for developing enterprise applications. You can write any logical programs. Python is mainly used for data science and AI applications. Okay, ML, machine learning. For all of them, Python is the best language. Okay, anyhow, these languages are called as logical programming languages. Means you can write any type of logic and you can give input from, you can take input from user, you can calculate some logic or do any calculation. Finally, you are returning the output to the user. What about database programming? This programming allows you to interact with the database objects. What are database objects? Like a tables. So you are creating a T-SQL block which contains some set of statements, like a program. You can say that group of statements are nothing but a block will execute a set of statements together and will give you a result. Okay, that is all about database programming. Okay, intro on 25th UG 2026. Okay, yeah, this is all about the difference between logical programming and database programming. So database programming is not capable to do everything that you do in logical programming like C Sharp and Java or Python. So these are flexible and anything you can do it in logical programming. But in database programming, you cannot do everything. You will be having programming features and facilities, but those allows you to talk to database objects and get some limited set of results. You cannot do everything. Okay, that is the major difference between database programming and logical programming. So TSQL is nothing but database programming tool, where you can do what you can do here. You will have something called blocks. Block means group of statements you are writing. That block you can execute. Why do we go for block? Because what is SQL actually? SQL is a, it is an interpreter language, right? It is an interpreted language. What is meant by interpreted, guys? It will execute statements or execute code line by line or statement by statement. It will not execute all the lines together. one after another. One statement first will be executed, followed by second statement. No, boss, I want to execute group of statements together. What to do? Then you go for a block, T-SQL block. So a group of statements you write inside a begin and end, between begin and end. So you need to use begin and end keywords. In between that begin and end, whatever you do, you write, that is said to be block. So in order to execute a block, okay, so you can use this T-SQL. Features of T-SQL. Okay, what we do in T-SQL means you can create a block, group of statements inside a begin and end. That is said to be a block. So all those multiple statements will be executed together and you'll get a single result. Okay, that is the advantage of writing T-SQL block. And you can write control statements. You know control statements, right? In C language, C sharp, we have control statements, right? What are they? Tell me, guys, what are the control statements you know in C sharp? You can type it in chat box. Guys, do you remember control statements in C sharp or C language or Java, whatever? Control structures or control statements? Shall I say one thing? If,
Yes,
come on, guys.
if else if
Yes, yes, these are all
nested
comes under, yeah, nested if, these are all if
nested if
part. Anything else?
switch
Switch case. Switch case means here we
switch
have select case. Select or select case or switch case. You can say switch case. But here it is not called as switch case. It is said to be select statement. Okay, let me show you here. Here you will be having, yeah, yeah, select, I mean, case expression. It is said to be case expression. Select case. Yeah, that is the best way to understand case expression or select case. Switch case is nothing but select case. Okay, there is no switch keyword. While loop. There is no for loop here, guys. While loop. Okay. Yeah. So these are the things available in a T-SQL. So those we are going to discuss today. So since we are already aware of what you call basics of C sharp, you can play with all this stuff, guys. Okay. You can understand easily. And once you are done with the T-SQL, features of T-SQL and everything, I mean, block, what is block and what are different control statements, how to use them. After that, you will be going to something called uh, stored procedures, something called functions, and something called what do you call cursors, triggers, and many more. Okay, like CT common table, expression, something like that. These are all said to be part of T-SQL. Okay, yeah. So today we are just looking at the basics of all this stuff, which you already know in C sharp. Same thing we are doing in T-SQL. But how does it different from C sharp that we have to learn as a syntax? Okay, that's the only difference, guys. Let me open SQL Server Management Studio SSMS. There we will look into all these, how to declare variables, okay, yeah, and how to write if condition, okay, how to store or values or initialize variables in T-SQL, how to print the values from a T-SQL variable, all these things we'll discuss, okay. So what is the first one? I'm creating a database, guys. Create a database. Here I'm writing as T-SQL demo 1, okay. So first we are creating a database T-SQL DB, like that I created a database because we are in master database. Yes, successfully created. Now we are switching into the database. Use T-SQL DB. Yes, it is available. So that I'm switching to the database. Yes, we have entered into TSQL DB here. Now let's get started with all the operations. What is the first thing? Let us see how to declare variables in TSQL. So yeah, declaring variables, guys. Declaring variables in TC. How to declare variables? In order to declare variables, we have to use a keyword called declare and then variable name. Variable name always preceded with the at keyword in a at symbol, at operator, at the rate operator in a TC. At variable name, at roll number, at name, at average, at A, at B, at number, like that you need to create a variable name preceded by at symbol. Followed by data type. Which data type you want to give? Data type. Integer, varchar, decimal, whatever type. Date, whatever type you want, you can give it. This is the syntax of creating variables, guys. So how to create variables? Declare variable name, okay, followed by data type. That is the syntax. How to declare variables? Declaring variables in a TSQL. How to do that? Syntax. Okay, declare keyword, space, variable name, space, data type. This is the syntax that we have to follow. So declare is a keyword, at where name is a variable name, at is compulsory, declare is a keyword. Okay, you can give any case, guys. Case, it is not case sensitive. SQL is not case sensitive. You can give all caps or small letters, lowercase or uppercase, anything is fine. This is the syntax. Example, let us say declare at num. Num is my variable name, int is the data type. Declare at something like salary, and it is money type, or decimal. You can use decimal also if you want to store. Declare at something like DOB, date of birth, and the data type is date itself. So this is the way to declare variables in a TSQL. Guys, is it clear, everybody? Declaring a variable. Declare is a keyword.
Yes, sir.
At variable name. Variable name, you as you know that the first letter of variable name should start with alphabet as per the rules of all languages. Should not start with the digit. We know it. Space data type. Okay, that is the way to go with the declaration. After declaring variables, in order to store values, you have to use set keyword, initializing variables. You have to use set keyword, initializing variables in TSQL. How to do that? Using set keyword. Okay, for example, I want to store number value 10. Then you have to say set number is equal to at num is equal to 10. That is the way you need to write. Set variable name. Set salary at salary is equal to something like a 35,000. Like that you need to go. Set DOB at DOB is equal to, you can give date like 2026 hyphen I mean year month date, in that way you need to give, right? So 8 hyphen you can say 25. So that is the way you need to initialize variables. Set keyword is used for initializing variables in a TSQL. And how to print the values? Printing values of variables. How to print them? Using print state. Okay, just print at num will print the value. Print is a statement which will print the values of variables on the screen. So print at variable. You can see the examples now. So guys, if you want to print variable name with the message together, print a single quotes message roll number at the R and O. But in order to concatenate these two, you can use plus operator str. Str means string type. We need to convert, concatenate, typecasting. This is typecasting. But variable name is varchar type, means you need not do any typecasting. Okay, because print will always concatenate a string format variables only. So let us do this example now. Okay, so we are creating variables now. Okay, declare at RNO integer name varchar of 30 because I want to store characters. At average decimal 7 comma 2. 7 means total number of digits, sir. 2 means 2 decimal places. So in order to store average, this is the good way to design. Or you can say at average money also can say, but money is generally meant for storing salaries of employees and all. Okay. Yeah. So how to initialize values? Set keyword. Set variable name is equal to value. Set RNO equal to 1. Set name equal to Prakash. Set average is equal to 99.3. How to print values of variables? Print space variable name. Directly you can give it. Since you want to concatenate message and variable, you have to use this. Let us do this now. Let us create variables or declare variables in our SSMS. Okay. So just first I'm creating variables. Yes, it is done. Yeah. So after that, I'm initializing this. See guys, I'm getting error because you have to, give together like this. You need to execute like this together. Okay. Otherwise, it will not be a block. Okay. Variable declaration and initialization. How to print the values? Print at the RNO. Directly you can print it. Print at name. Print at the average. Like that you can do it actually. So you can create or select all these statements and execute. See guys, I got one Prakash 99.3. That is the way you can print. But what is one roll number and name is Prakash is name like that? How do we print that message together? Print RNO roll number plus RNO. See guys, I'm getting error actually. So if you are trying to print like this, only for name it will not give you error, but for remaining you will get error. Student name plus this is message actually. Print after print down single quotes whatever I'm writing is message average plus is for concatenation just like C sharp. But when you select all these things and execute, you can give begin and end guys. Begin is your beginning of the block, and at the end you can write end. End means end of the block. Select all of them together and execute. I'm getting error here. RNO. So what it is saying beside RNO to data type integer, I cannot convert while So you have to use typecasting. That is what I told you. You have to use str converting into string type because it is in a integer format, right? So you have to use this. Same way for this also you have to use str of str means string. We are converting into string so that there is no error from the TSQL. Begin and end is optional actually, but to understand that is this is the block you can use. See RNO1 name Prakash average 99. So this is the way you can declare variables. Okay, using declare keyword, and you can initialize values with initializing values. Okay, using set keyword. You have to use set keyword to set the values. Printing values. How to print the values? Using print statement. Why plus str? Str I'm using because I'm concatenating typecasting. Okay, this is not required because it is varchar already, right? So we need not typecast because it is already in string format. But RNO and average or integer and double type, right? So decimal type, right? So you have to use str or string function, typecasting function, just like convert dot to string 2 into 32 like that we did it, right? Same way typecasting functions are required. So begin and end is optional guys. So I'm using still begin and end together so that you'll get output. Roll number 1 name Prakash average 99. Where is 99 point? I gave 99 only. Point 3 I think str is omitting the decimal places. Okay, average. Okay, let it be guys. Okay, if I see it directly, is it printing? Yeah. Now you can try and see what it is saying. Yeah, now I'm getting 99.3. Okay, I think print statement str function is unable to display decimal points properly. Okay, so that you can use average plus str. This is missing decimal base actually. Okay, let it be yes. So, so you can directly print at average in order to get as of now. You can check how to get decimal places while converting. Any other function is there, you need to check. Okay. So this is the way to work with the T-SQL basics, guys. T-SQL. So we are done with the variable declaration, initializing variables and printing the variables, values of variables. Okay. Now we are going to look into other conditional control statements. Okay. What are the control statements we have? Like a if condition. How to work with if condition. Let us check it out. See guys, sum of two numbers. How to print sum of two numbers? Simple program. Declare at A integer, at B integer, at sum integer. Okay. So I have taken three variables. You cannot declare three variables in one line like a what do you call C sharp Java. You can say integer A comma B comma C. It is not possible here. You cannot say declare at A comma at B comma at C integer. You cannot write like that. That is the problem of SQL because it is interpreter, right? Line by line, it will execute. First, it will execute and create A variable. It will execute and create B variable. Like that, it will do. So that is why you cannot declare multiple variables in a one line like a C sharp and Java or any other language. Okay. So set A is equal to 10, set B, I'm initializing values, AB values, then set sum is equal to A plus B, at A plus at B, sum is calculated. And finally, we are printing sum of first A value, then B value, then followed by some value. It's a very simple program. So you cannot declare all the variables at once. That is the point we need to remember. So declaring three variables and then initializing variables. Instead of taking set A is equal to 10, set B equal to 20, you can also do it like this. Is equal to 10 like that, you can do it actually. Is equal to 10 and is equal to 20 like that. But yeah, let us do it in this model as of now. So declare set A, B and some value. Let's check it out. How it is working. Yes, A value 10, B value 20, sum is 30. So perfectly working. So you try for swapping of two variables, guys. Okay. Next, how to check a number is even or odd. So declaring a variable at num integer, set num is equal to 6. I'm giving initializing with 6. How to check a number is even number or odd number? We need to check whether the number is divisible by 2. I mean, if the remainder is 0, if you divide a number with 2 and remainder is 0, that is a to be even number. Otherwise, it's an odd number. So that is what I'm doing here. If a mod, I mean num mod 2 double equal to 0, in C sharp, we were writing double equal to 0. Here you have to write single equal to 0. That is the syntax you need to follow. Let us do this now. So when you are writing even or odd, declare variable, okay, that is fine. Initializing variable, yes, that is also okay. Num equal to 6, I gave it. And at the time of writing if condition, make sure that you have to use single equal to instead of double equal to. In C sharp, we use double equal to. Java, we use double equal to, including Python as well. See guys, even it is saying. Let us modify 6 and replace 6 with 7 and check it out. It should be odd now. See the output guys, it is showing odd. So that is the way you can work with the instead of writing set num equal to 7, you can also give here 7 or let's say 9 I'm giving. You can comment this line or delete this line. In one line, you can finish it. So declaring and initializing variable both are done in one line. See, we got 9 odd and make it as 8 and you will get a even. So instead of writing one more line extra, you can also initialize here itself. Or else you can write set at num is equal to 6 or 7 or whatever number you give it and then you run it. You'll be getting output. Okay. That's all about if else statement. We have done it with the even or odd example. And else if example. Else if means if you have more than two choices. then you can go for it. See guys, I'm declaring a variable called a shifter. Variable name is shift. What is the data type? Varchar of 10. Why I'm giving 10? 10 letters maximum. So I'm taking initializing with A. A shift means a morning shift. In a company, sometimes the company 24 hours they might be working. So they will be having three shifts like morning shift, starts with early morning and goes up to afternoon. And second one is afternoon. It will start like 1 o'clock or something like that. It will go up to night. And night 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock another shift will be started. That will be going up to 6 o'clock or whatever time. That is said to be night shift. So if that is not there, either of the shift A B instead of ABC, if user enter any other letter, then we will say invalid shift. So that is how we wrote another example with else if statement, and we will execute and test it how it is working in SQL Server. Yeah, let's run it together, all the statements together. See the output morning shift because the value is A here. Instead of A, if I give B, then what it is saying, yeah, afternoon shift. Let us give it as C and check it out. C means night shift. If I give D or any other letter, it will say that it is invalid shift because it is not there in either of the ABC. So it will come to else part and it will display this message. Okay. So that is what else if statement in a TSQL. Now let's go to the next one. If actually these are all the examples to practice, guys. Checking how is if else will work or else if will work and all. Real time. When do we use if else? How do we use if else means we will create a table in which we have student roll number, name of the student and age I am taking. So I'm initializing some values here. After that, I want to check. Okay, as per the age, here I'm writing if exists. What is exists here? Select one from students where age less than 18. If you find any student less than 18 in the table, then you say that there are minors in the table. There are minors. Yes, less than 18, we have one and two. Two records are there. So that we will say print there are minors. Suppose if all students' ages are more than 18, then you will get all our adults message like that. Okay, that is the actual purpose of writing a if else statement, real time example. Okay, this is what the good one that we need to check. Okay, yeah. So let's copy this and paste it in our SQL Server. Yeah, yeah. So first we are creating a table. We are inserting records and we are displaying the records. All are done at a time. See guys, you can see here it is displaying records. Yeah, you can see here the records are here in the bottom. See guys, four rows are there 20, 17, 18, 16. So yes, we have records with less than 18. So you can use this statement. So if exists of select one from students where age less than 18. So this will be executed first. See guys, when you execute this, what is happening? We have two rows with less than 18, right? 17 and 16. So these are coming. So if exists, yes, if you found at least one row, then you will display this message. There are minors. Now you run these statements together. Yes, we got there are minors. That is the way we can run a if else example in real time. How do we do it? Here I gave notes, guys, to find the students whose age is less than 18, and for every matching student it will return 1 means true. Yes, it is found records or age less than 18. Yes, we have the rows. Select one returns a constant value 1. It is especially useful with exists when you only need to check whether matching record exists or not. Okay, that is the meaning of select one message. Okay, it will return 1 if the condition is true. So we are done with this, and now we are going to the while loop. How to use while loop? So we know this: declare a integer, set a is equal to 1 while a less than equal to 20. Here at a we need to use, and block begin and end. So curly brace open close we will write in C# and Java, right? Here we have to use begin and end. Begin is for curly brace open, end is for curly brace close. So first we are printing a value, 1 will be printed. After that set a equal to a plus 1. So 1 plus 1 it will become 2. 2 less than equal to 10, yes it will print 2. 2 plus 1, 3, 4, 5 up to 10. After that it will become 11. 11 less than equal to 10, no it will come out and it will be stopped. So this is the way to work with while loop in a SQL Server. Let us test it. So declare A, yes, we are declaring variable first, then initializing with 1, or you can write here is equal to 1 in the one line, and then while A less than equal to 10, then begin and end is the block begin and block end. See, we got numbers between 1 to 10 in the bottom. So this is what all about while loop in a T-SQL. But as I said, this is not for printing 1 to 10 numbers or 10 to 1 numbers. It's not a logical programming language, guys. It is purely meant for working with the database objects. That is the important point you need to remember. And last but not the least, today we are talking about is select case, how to use it. So syntax, case expression, we need to write it. When value is 1, then what you want to print. When value is 2, what you want to print. When value is 3, what you want to print. Else means just like default case. Just like switch case 1, case 2, case 3, we will write in C language or C sharp, right? Last one is we'll write default. Same way, else will be used. Okay, this is the syntax of case expression. This is the example. Okay, let's check it out, guys. So, what is the syntax? Yeah, here I can see the syntax. Case expression, when value 1, then result 1. When value 2, result 2. This is the syntax actually. Case begin and end, case end. Case keyword open and end as day name, like that alias name we give it. You can give anything. So declare variable. I'm declaring variable at day is integer is equal to 5. 5 I'm giving, guys. Or you can use at set day is equal to 5. Like that you can write one more statement here. Instead of writing two lines, I wrote in a single line. Okay. So I want to print if one is given by user, one for Monday, two for Tuesday, like that I want to give up to Sunday. 7 is Sunday. Else, other than 1 to 7, 8 or 0 or something, if I give it, then I need to display invalid day. So let us test it, guys. Right now, day value, I gave it as 5. 5 means it should be Friday. Let's check it out. Yeah, run it now. Friday. So perfectly working. And let's make it as 1. Check it out. This time we are expecting Monday. See guys, I'm getting Monday as the result. It's working perfect. If you give other than 1 and 7, like if I give something like 10 now, then what it is saying, invalidity. See guys, we got invalidity. So day name is the column name, alias name. You can remove this actually. It's not compulsory, but you will get no column name as the result. Okay, it's perfectly working guys. So you can give any day number. Instead of writing in the single line, you can write like this: set a day at a day is equal to something like 2, 3, 4, or 1, whatever you can give it. So instead of writing in two lines, I wrote it in a single. Okay, this let's give 2 now, like Tuesday. See guys, we got Tuesday. It's working perfectly. But instead of writing two lines, I wrote in a single. So this is the way to work with the switch case or select case in T-SQL. Okay, just practice these statements, guys. You can give one or any number between 1 to 7 or any other number also fine. Yeah. So last but not the least, real-time examples. So how do we use it in this case expression in our tables? So the intention of T-SQL is working with the tables, guys, not with the basic variables. But variables, how to declare, how to use them, we should have knowledge on it. Otherwise, we can't work with it, like stored procedures or functions. So we have to use variables. That is the reason we have to learn how to work with the variables and all the syntaxes. Okay. So first we are creating table with employees table with ID and name and salary. 3 columns I'm taking. We are initializing some records, inserting some records like Ram. 1 lakh 20,000, 60,000, 20,000, 30,000, 1 lakh 50,000 like that. And to display employee level based on the salary, select name, salary, case. And here case, case, select case I'm using. Select is here, case is here. So in between, what are the other column names that you want to display? Name and salary I want to display. When salary is greater than 1 lakh, then I'll say senior employee. Salary greater than equal to 50,000, then I'll say mid-level employee. So less than 50 means I will say junior employee. So that is said to be employee level I'm going to use. And from employees is the table name. Select a name salary from employees. In between, I'm using this select case. So depends upon the salary of employee. Beside the name of the employee, salary of the name and salary we need to display. Beside name and salary, I need to display the level of the employee, whether he or she is a senior or mid-level or junior. So how to do that? Using select case. This is the best and real-time example that we need to learn in order to explain how do we work with select case like that in TSQL. If they ask you, you have to say this example. Okay, so let us first create table called employees, insert some records into the table. Once we are done with creating and inserting rows, let us see select star from employees. Okay, and you will get all the records from the table. After getting all the records, you can see here 1 Ram 1 lakh 20,000, 2 Krish 60,000, 3 John 20,000, 4 Mohan 30,000, 5 Surya 1 lakh 50,000. Now you need to display the level of the employees using name and salary. Anyhow, commonly I'm printing name and salary followed by the level of the employee. So depends upon the condition. If salary is greater than 1 lakh, then senior level, greater than equal to 50,000, mid level, otherwise junior level. Okay, let's run this block together and see the output now. See guys, what are we getting? Ram 1 lakh 20 senior level, Krish mid level because greater than 50. John and Mohan both are less than 50K, right? So junior level, and Surya is 1 lakh 50 senior level. So two senior level employees, one mid level and two juniors. So this is the way you can make use of select case in real time scenarios. Okay, so this is all about the examples that you need to practice in your TSQL guys. Here I'm printing the notes. I mean examples, queries I'm pasting here. Pasting in a color guys. Whenever you see color, right, so that you'll understand that these are coming from our TSQL. Let me increase the font size and I'll make them available. Okay, I'll share you this document in PDF. So please practice all these very examples in your SSMS and get ready for tomorrow's session. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, good. So practice all this and get ready. Tomorrow, maybe, yeah, tomorrow evening we'll continue. If possible, I'll inform you about tomorrow morning. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So meanwhile, I'll update you the Google Sheet with the TOC. Just go through it whenever you find it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Chila guys, thank you. Good night.
Thanks. Bye, sir.
Bye guys. Bye bye.